Well, I'm sure you probably could have guessed, but we're on our way to the races right now. We got 2 days of cyclocross racing, and they're up in Ridgeland, Mississippi, so that's where we're headed right now. But we just got to the races and it is raining and somewhat cold. We got our pit all set up and ready to race.
The belt. We're ringing the bell with everybody in the final lap.
Well, we are leaving the cyclocross race right now. Still raining outside and still very cold. It was a really fun race for the first race of the day, the single speed, because it wasn't too muddy. Well, it's still very muddy, but it wasn't a big mud pit. So I actually started out in single speed racing the spot and lost my brakes completely. Blew through the entire course, tore down like half the tape, it seemed like. Then got onto the Giant, which has hydraulic brakes, so it braked a lot better. And yeah, that worked out pretty good except for the gearing. And Cat 4, I decided to race the single speed again because it had the best brakes on it. So that turned out to be a pretty bad idea because the course conditions were much worse the second time around. And still ended up in 4th place in Cat 4. So still had fun though, and gotta do it all over again tomorrow. And I'm hoping it doesn't rain all night tonight, that way it's not super bad tomorrow. Right now I don't really know where we're going or what's going on. I believe we're going eat, but I'm just following Logan. So I'm at Matt Gandy's house right now and just got done working on the bikes, getting them all ready for tomorrow. Hopefully won't have any brake problems tomorrow. And I think I'm heading out to John Mooney's house for something. I just arrived at what I believe is John Mooney's apartment. Might be at the wrong place, don't really know. But they're not here yet, so about to go in the back van and work on some bikes for a little bit. Well guys, it's the next morning. Just left John Mooney's house. Went to sleep pretty late, around like 1:30 or so. We were just playing phase 10 and the game lasted pretty long. So I'm headed off to the races now by myself, lone wolfing it, and stopping at the Burger King for breakfast. Probably a pretty bad idea, but we'll see how it turns out. The Burger King was actually really fast. There was no other customers in there though, so that's probably why. And I didn't know that Burger King had such a large breakfast menu. It was pretty hard to choose. Went with the breakfast burritos. Really wanted to get the extra long breakfast sandwich. I was close to getting it, but I went with the burritos because I figured the sandwich would probably be too much. But yeah, now back to the road. We just got to the track and not too many people here right now, and it also just got really dark out. Got all the bikes unloaded and I'm ready to race. Well, alright folks, here's the deal. I was the only one there. I was the only vanway at the race, and couldn't really get anyone else to film. That's why I don't really have any footage of the race today. But probably one of the best races that I've done. The single speed race, chain came off, well, the belt came off pre-riding the course. Turns out there was a stick in the belt, and had to fight to get that out right before the race started. Luckily, I got it out and I could still race. Ended up battling with Cuppersmith for the first lap, and then he left me, and then I kind of just cruised around. Ended up first place in the single speed. And in the Cat 4 race, my chain came off on the first lap, so I grabbed my pit bike, took off on the pit bike while Peter Reed washed my other bike and got it fixed back up. And then I came around again on the second lap, swapped back to my A bike. Then that chain came off again in the same spot, so I think there's something wrong with the derailleur or something. Then ran back to the pits, grabbed the B bike again, which was cleaned off again, and yeah, ended up making the pass in between all those bike switches and stuff. It was a really fun race. I had to battle up to first time getting first place in the Cat 4 race also, and just had a great time. Now I'm headed back to Baton Rouge to go do some kind of thing with the family. Couldn't really stay till the end of the cross race. Kind of bummed about that, but yeah, duty calls. Well, just arrived at the ballroom dancing class. So, see how it goes. Don't know what's gonna happen.
tell you about something with the safety. We're not going to learn that any kind of safety, right? First couple weeks.
Just got back from the dance lessons. They went all right, I guess. Unloading the van right now, and we got a lot of mud from the race today. And Logan's over there washing off some of the bikes. So this is gonna be really fun getting muddy again. Well, got everything unloaded, got the bikes washed off fairly well. Still need to actually go through and wash them and stuff tomorrow. But I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm going to bed. See y'all next weekend.